After a harrowing ordeal on board the MV Hantavirus, a luxury cruise ship at the center of a deadly outbreak of the Hantavirus, 18 American citizens are now back on U.S. soil, arriving on a chartered flight this morning.
We're going to ensure that you have the best world-class care possible. We know it's been very difficult for you and an arduous journey.
16 passengers were taken here to the National Quarantine Center in Omaha, Nebraska.
No one who poses a risk to public health is walking out the front door of the streets of Omaha or beyond.
While 15 of them were not showing symptoms, one traveler tested positive for the virus and is currently in the center's biocontainment unit. It's the first confirmed case of an American passenger.
These units are typically built to contain or to prevent the spread of very infectious and contagious diseases. Now, hantavirus is not one of those very contagious diseases, but given the fact that it has a high fatality rate and it's dangerous in its own respect, that is why this caution is being taken.
2 other passengers, who are a couple, are currently in Atlanta at Emory's University Hospital's Serious Communicable Diseases Unit, one of them showing symptoms of the virus.
There is actually a long incubation period for hantavirus. It actually could be between a week to 8 weeks. The flip side here is that most of the time transmission is occurring when you're symptomatic, and that's really important. So harder to transmit this infection when you're asymptomatic and not showing symptoms.
The Americans' return to the United States comes amid the race to contain any further spread of the Andes virus, a strain of the rare and deadly hantavirus.
This virus is one of the most deadly viruses that exists, and one of the reasons why is because of its fatality rate, or the risk of dying once you get infected. Studies show that can be as high as 30 to 40%. And if you can just understand what that number means, for comparing it to a typical viral infection like the flu or a common cold, we're talking about risk of death from those infections probably less than 1%. So this is 40 times that.
This outbreak so far killing 3 people, including 70-year-old Dutch national Leo Schilperud, believed to be the first victim. Since the 41-day cruise set sail on April 1st with 147 passengers and crew on board, there have been 11 confirmed or probable cases linked to the ship.
For the most part, we see cases that come from rodents, so rodent urine or droppings or saliva. The bulk of cases are not actually human to human, which means that this current situation is pretty unusual.
The Hantavirus anchored offshore of Spain's Canary Islands over the weekend to begin the careful process of getting the passengers off the ship and on flights to their 23 different home countries, all receiving medical assessments and waiting in their rooms until their country was called to disembark. A World Health Organization doctor on board sending this video of one of the evacuations. Drone video from Spanish authorities capturing the first passengers getting off the ship, wearing protective gear, snapping photos on their phones. The Americans leaving last night shuttled in 2 groups to the port, some giving a wave as they left the ship that's been in the center of a global health crisis. With the ship now evacuated, the captain sharing a video, thanking his crew and the passengers.
The past few weeks have been extremely challenging to us all. What moved me the most was your patience, your discipline, and also kindness.
The MV Hantavirus set sail nearly 6 weeks ago, departing from southern Argentina. But the trip of a lifetime soon became a nightmare. On April 6th, Leo Schilperud, the 70-year-old Dutch passenger, became sick with a fever and headache. Then on April 11th, he died. The next day, the captain making this announcement.
Whatever health issues he was struggling with, I'm told by the doctor were not infectious. So the ship is safe when it comes to that.
Passenger Rui Shinnett took the video.
Since we were not informed of any contagious disease, everyone was relaxed.
According to Ocean-Wide Expeditions, the company operating the cruise ship, at least 30 passengers disembarked on April 24th on the island of St. Helena, including 6 Americans, the body of the deceased passenger and his 69-year-old wife.
Her health deteriorated very fast. She was struggling to stand upright on her last week on board, and she looked very ill. We thought it was because she was having a very deep grief.
The next day, the wife became sicker during a flight to Johannesburg, South Africa. She attempted to board another flight to the Netherlands, but was removed. She died on April 26th. On May 2nd, a German woman who showed signs of pneumonia dying on board. Jake Rosemarin was the first passenger to open up about his fear as that deadly outbreak was spreading.
What's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines. We're people.
Tonight, Jake posting an update from quarantine in Nebraska on Instagram, saying he's doing well. In the coming days, the repatriated Americans who are not showing symptoms and have not tested positive for the virus will decide whether to stay in quarantine in Nebraska or self-monitor at home. According to the CDC, those who opt to go home will be assessed by health officials for any signs of illness and will not fly on commercial flights.
The risk to the average person still remains low, but my concern for these passengers is increased. We've seen not one, but more than a few passengers test positive since this boat has docked.